Okay. Hello, hello. Certainly a lot later than I've typically been streaming, but oh well. Also, I do like the fact that I think the background, it might mimic the slimes that I have in my encampment, but I'm not too sure about that, or it could just be the game guessing how far I am in the game. Either way, it's so nice to see the slimes on the home screen. Alright, so first thing of business, I need to move the quantum slimes to somewhere that is easier to deal with them. Yes, Arc Raiders. Oh, did the go live go... The notification did not change. Thank you for telling me that it did not change. This isn't Arc Raiders. Sorry, I switched it, but sometimes it does not change. My bad, Hollow. I apologize to everyone who's coming here for Arc Raiders. I pressed that it should update, and sometimes Twitch just decides no, it will not update. Slime. Yes, I do be slime. Come here. You have been inadvertently scammed. A different streamer I watch is busy playing Factorio. Those poor souls. They've been at it for 30 hours straight. Have they taken a break? Are they okay? Oh wait, there's one more. Come here. Little silly guy.
Mr. Krabs, can I have a raise?
Thanks for resubscribing with the Prime What. You did not have to do that, but I still appreciate it. I don't know, but stream has been going for 30 hours according to Twitch. Well, I would hope that they've taken a break during that, because that would certainly be interesting. Or all I'm saying is that the next time they go to sleep, they're gonna feel it. It's gonna all hit them at once, like 17 flashbangs. They have not slept, though. Oh. That's some real effort. Yeah, that do be dedication to the cause. Okay, what do you guys eat? They specifically eat fruit. There you go, my children. Put them over here. Not really, that game just kind of does that. 30 hours of any game is a lot. Even if it is a game that does take a lot of effort. Or, well, not much. It kind of depends. But regardless, 30 hours is 30 hours. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, but it's 30 hours in Factorio, which means that it's less. Give a bad wisdom. Sleep is for the weak. Related to the topic we were just talking about. Those are vegetables. Carrots are not fruit, sadly. True. So true. I have no idea how people stream for 30 hours. It would be so funny. It would be so cool. Wait, do I already have a carrot area? I do not. We're playing the second game of this a while ago. Nice. I do not even have the second game. I just got this one. The amount of water that you have to use just for these specific slimes is insane. Quantum slimes really make you work for keeping them, eh? Also, Boop, to make amends for yesterday, it is EP time for you, technically. I found a tabby slime and named it Tommy. I don't know if I should make my profile picture Adachi Ray or Tonrion. I have no idea what you're talking about, Boop. Well, whatever you choose will probably be fine. I believe you got this. I have no idea what those names have any relation to. They're both Vocaloids like Hatsune Miku? Okay. It's probably hence the not knowledge part. Me not being a knower. They're very jovial for being, like, stuck in this eternal hell that I've put them in. Eh, they'll be fine. Tommy is a Largo, but I can't say he's mixed with because I don't think Sherman knows the other slime yet. No. I'm not very knowledgeable on the slime races at the moment. I'm not very cultured. Streamer, do you know the Vocaloid Kane K? Or Ka? No, I do not. The only Vocaloid that I ever have known is Hatsune Miku, and that's about it. I'm not a very big into Vocaloids. I'll send a picture of her in stream chat. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. You see that plort next to the gold one in the market? I will look in a sec. Drink Wobder? I'll drink the Wobder in a sec. That's the one I gave to Tommy. Oh, this one? Okay. Oh, I need to put more food in. The most cringe singer I've found is a new one being Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is not necessarily a new singer. Okay, posted. I'll take a look. I have to ask the big old question, why? Why do you think Iron Mouse is cringe, Wyatt? Is she so cute? It looks like Hatsune Miku, but ribbit. The blue hair. Looks like something out of like a Hatsune Miku horror game. Also, I was gonna play It Takes Two with my friend Sprite, but he vanished again. Listen to the new song and you'll understand. But that means I have to interrupt my Iron Maiden listening. You want me to interrupt listening to Iron Maiden so I can listen to Iron Mouse? How could you? No, Kinka is a robot that wears Hatsune Miku's skin. I never thought of it reading that sentence to seem more appealing and likable. Are they actually like a good robot, or are they trying to like execute people? It's a dumb song about having you cry for her or something. You know what? Sometimes I think when you just view stuff, you're just like, I hate this thing. But you know what? Hold on. I will stop my queue and I will listen to the song right now to see if I understand what you're talking about. Just let her want to make people cry for her, okay? I get along well with other Vocaloids, but it's not confirmed if they have a good relationship with Hatsune Miku or not. The jury's out on whether they have a good relationship with each other. Oh, I've listened to this song before. I do not like the hook very much. I will agree with you there, but I'm not gonna... If she's having fun making music, more power to her. At least it's not, like, super generic. Oh, what do I have to feed you? Veggies? Here you go. Have ya veggies. Fruit and meat. Count as fruit? It counts as a veggie. Raw. Well, that makes sense because it's a beet. Why was I even asking that question? Doink. Why do you have so many? Why have I not been collecting you? Streamer lazy. That's what I've been seeing. Streamer needs to get a job. I like to think Kenka is friends with Miku and Miku helps her seem more likable. Yes, because you typically are friends with people who wear your literal skin, Boop. Because I know when my friends show up to me and they wear like an outfit that looks identical to me, or they have skin of an alternate version to me, I go, you know what? I'm happy that they're at least trying to be friends with me. To be fair, it's never happened to me, so maybe I would. Fair enough. Money tree. Alright, right back to the Iron Maiden 2. Let's go. Look at them, they're so sneaky. I need to find a slime to breed with these slimes, by the way. I've still not found anything. Or I'll use the proper term mix. I'm gonna stop using the term breed, because breed seems weird. Cross-pollinate. They're like plants. There we go. Where am I gonna put this? I'll put this in here. Wee. I was too ambitious. All right, one more cell. And then let me see if the quantum slimes offered any extra stuff. Oh, they did. Oh, they offered a lot of stuff. Hello. My little nuclear explosions. So I made a little bit of money today. Just a little. I can make science. Oh, I just have to put stuff in here? Okay. Oh no. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I need ports. So I gotta wait for them to do all their stuff. Got it. And this is probably how I start unlocking treasure pods too. Oh. And then this leads to over here, which is exactly what I needed it to do, I think. Wait, I have more money I can get. Money. It's got like 5 of them. So I think I've collected all the slimes that are in these areas, except maybe that one. That might be the hunter slime, though. I think that's the hunter slime. So I've collected everything that's in this area. And then you can like do stuff with that. Okay. I'm just doing this to get rid of the quest markers. Give it a try, but I cannot, game. I'm too poor. I'm way too poor. Hey, little guy, how you doing? Actually, wait a second. Can I use this to place, like, the turrets that I can build? So wait, if I have the turrets that shoot water, can they automatically shoot the quantum slimes and prevent them from being little silly guys? I'd like to stop them from being silly little guys. So what else do I have to do? I probably have to re-explore the, like, map areas that I've looked through. Because already right off the top of my head, so this area, there's treasure pods here. Oh, it only shows you the area that you're in. Not a big fan of that feature, but oh well. I kind of wish you could look around the map and see where like keys and stuff that you were missing are, but science. It's a drill. Yippee yippee yippee. Drill. Sure. About to watch all my money go away in like 1 second. So wait, can I just buy everything? Okay, I do not think I can. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, I just can. Cool. When you're good, you're good. That is expensive. Jellystone, wild honey, hexacomb, deep brine. What are these magical things that I see? But look at the buried resource. I will try it here since it's relatively cheap. We'll see what the quote-unquote resources there are. I do not have high hopes, though. I just need to see how it works. I'm becoming increasingly obsessed with Tonryon. I'm probably saying that wrong, but oh well. Keep saying that. Chicken? Oh, that's kind of a rare chicken, sadly. How did you start this obsession, Bib? That's a more curious question for me. Oh wait, I do have briar hands. Okay. This is just the original Hatsune Miku rabbit hole I went down a year ago, and you never came back. So I need another stony hen and 4 normal hens. I was looking up Vocaloid characters and I saw her and I thought she was cute and I started looking up her name and backstory, and then it just became a whole thing. And then it was over. They already got me in their clutches. Then I started going to cult meetings. Sure, man, would you mind seeing a screenshot, Tommy, if I don't say what exactly it is? Sure. And then I woke up in this cult. And then you woke up here, and this is like another part of the initiation. I'm the tester. I test your loyalty to the cause. It's meat and veggie. Okay, let me go get a picture. All right. Oh, wait, my bad. Child. Look at it. I know this is one of the types that can bite me, right? There you go. Nah, there's just stone slimes being stone slimes. Stone, spike slimes. I'm going crazy. Okay. I think I just have to go to the slime ruins now, because I'm essentially just waiting for all this stuff to do what it needs to do anyway. Wee! Chimpkin. Okay, so I got both the keys in this area. Oh, you're hungry. Do not worry, little guy. I'll go and help you. You need vegetables. Here you go. Treasure cracker. Oh, of course, it has to tell me right as soon as I... I'll head back later. I'm not going to get tempted. Is that always on fire? Ow. Down, 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 down. Well, at least they're having a good time. Let's see if Starberry posted the picture. It's been a little bit. It might still be looking. Okay, that is a one-way portal. Such a shame. Oh, you put Tommy in the stream chat thingy? Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, there we go. Took a second to load. Oh yeah, it's like cyan. It only consumes meat, though, not a vegetarian. Don't read the top. Trust me, I never read. You read the top. Okay, there are 2 keys in here. All right. Kitty. Wait a minute. No, that would have been cool, but that's not what it is. You. Do something. Aw. I forgot it said the spoiler. It is okay. I genuinely have already forgotten. Cat? Kitty. Hi, kitty. Head empty. So I can go change it? Yeah. Oh, okay, all as well. Yeah. I was trying not to pay too much attention to it. The only thing that I saw was that the color of it was like cyan. And it kind of looked like a spike slime. I glanced over it. I need to find where that other Largo slime is. Because I think I know the general direction of where the... What am I hearing? Oh, I have to give it a fruit? Hold on. Yes, you do. That way you can get a key and locate my favorite slime name other than the tabby slime. And Lucky Slime, but I don't think you've seen them yet. I've seen a... Are you talking about like the Lucky Cat slime? Where it like shows up temporarily? I've seen, I think, 1 or 2 of them. White cat slime with a coin on its head? Yes. No, you! Teleporter! Keep singing! Sing! Hi, Sherman. Hi, Socks. How are you doing, Socks? Oh, hello. Lemon. Lemon. Good, how about you? I am doing decent. How is your day? If it's over or about to be over. Alright, time to store these suckers away. So, I mean, you know, there's silo. Might actually be the best teleport in the game. Unironically. Ow! I know I may not be collecting them, but that does not matter. I just need to try to get some that are similar. Whee! So, heart. Okay, Tommy knows the spoiler text scribbled over it. Okay. Let me look. I do. You need pink plorts, you need new bucks. You gotta get them new bucks. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so... I never will get the... There's so many of these. EP Tommy, EP Tommy. Wait, that's about it? Do not read it? Okay, I will not read it. I guess it's kind of nice, but I'm not really gonna... You know what? I'll make another silo specifically for these. Hey, we got the goop. Which slime is my favorite so far? I really like the tabby slime a lot, but I would also probably say the quantum slimes are funny. They're annoying, but they're very funny. That's adorable. I like Tommy. Hi. Oh, that tar slime just killed itself. Rough. Tarm slime, you had so much to live for. I believed in you. Wish you'd have the lucky slimes, just adorable. Perfect. Just what I needed. I like how 90% of the YouTube chat messages are now, "This is a spoiler! You're gonna get spoiled!" Oh, I'm getting in the gamer slouch position. My bad. Let me fix my posture. Setting a bad example. Do not embrace the question mark pose. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, this is incredible. I actually have a blanket with me today. I might actually have a blanket while I'm streaming. That's incredible. There we go. Let's see if I can make myself more comfortable. It is comfy. Love running through all the danger and gathering stuff. Makes you feel cool. Well, it's weird that it's these type of games that feel like like you feel the most powerful and you feel the most accomplished. Just doing them as random stuff. I nearly demolished that. Cool. I do not need quantum slime. Ow! The quantum slime was like, but you need me. Alright, I might be able to consolidate some of this. Crying. Sun. Gas cloud. Wait, can I buy another? I can buy more! One time I was gathering wild slime ports for a bit of extra money and dodging an entire tar outbreak at the same time. The tars just be doing tar things. You know how they be. The tars are so cute. I want to keep them and tame them and make them feel loved. I'm pretty sure, could you not just keep a tar in an enclosure? I'm pretty sure you can you not? I could just put them in an enclosure, just adopt them. Yeah, that's a different one. Oh, that's a different type of moon. I've tried. I personally do not like the tar. I've thrown so many in the ocean because they're mean and bite me and eat my slime friends. Well, they're just Scorpios. What can I say? Just gotta, like, give them a little break. I have exactly 1 over, by the way. Wait a minute, these are exactly the same. Why are you not going in? There we go. Yippee! It's all in one silo. Yip yippee! Yip yippee! It's organized somewhat. In my brain, it's organized. Oh no. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm not gathering any more. If I gather more, I'll be here all day. Nope. Oh, is this a different one? Yep, it's different. Do I hide the evidence? No. Just put it over there. Do I throw this off the edge of the world to not think about the fact that I'm gonna have extra? Like checking the quantum slimes. Yep, the quantum slimes be doing quantum slime things. You actually got out, sinner. I do not like them. You eat fruit. Have I not given you guys enough fruit? Have your fruit. There you go, have fruit. I cannot stop that one. Sorry, you can't do this. I'm already emotionally invested. You cannot kill off Tommy. No. There we go. They're already wanting to leave. I think the rate that they do that is a bit way too much. I think it's too much for how annoying they are to deal with. It's not worth it. I have chickens galore to consume. Yes, important. Alright, so for explosive slimes, they specifically eat meat, right? Yes, they eat meat. So I need chimkins. Like a lot of chimkins. So I'm gonna just start collecting chimkins to feed to that one large explosive slime. I need to leave some out here. I need more chicken pastures. Thought that was a chicken for a second. That's a chicken! They're gonna get eaten, I need them now! No, the chicken! Pink slimes are greedy. It's a massacre, no! Why is the video as small as a Barbie house TV? Oh. Oh, hold on. My bad. The OBS accidentally switched. I should have checked that. It's small because it makes it more aesthetic, of course. And also because OBS is being quirky and not wanting to work the way that I want it to. Because I have to do this, and then once I do that, I cancel. And then I have to go over here. It's called having to do a workaround. And then once I do that, I double check to see if it's okay, and there we go. Oh, that's better? Yeah. Thank you for telling me that. You're the first person to have told me that today. Because it was working at the start of the stream, and I cannot keep my preview for TikTok up all the time. Because I'm good at my job. Ow. Chimkin. Wait, I see the chimkin. They're good. Tommy is the best Slime Rancher character for real.
Don't need it.
I love Slime Rancher. Can't wait for the movie. There's gonna be a movie? I do not know if you're being sarcastic or not. I would not have caught up with the news. Oh, drink water? Also, I have to do this twice because I do not think I redeemed Wyatt's drink water. My bad. You made it to the stream before Arcade before. Yeah, there's a movie in production. Has been for like 2 years. Even nowadays, I'm not necessarily super excited about like video game movies. The appeal of video games and movies are very different to me. Who knows? Maybe I'm a cynical old man. That's what the problem is. You're super disappointed with the Until Dawn movie. Oh, I heard the synopsis of the Until Dawn movie, and I was like, this is not Until Dawn. This is just a separate IP that they just slapped Until Dawn onto. Because Until Dawn is a great game, and I would love to stream it one day. It's a very funny game, too, because some of the decisions in there. I'm curious as to what you define as old. What I define as old. I remember when the Xbox 360 came out. Oh yeah, I heard they made a game movie that had nothing to do with the game. That describes quite a bit of them. That's not very specific. All right. What else? I remember seeing the PS2 a lot, but the PS2 came out before the Xbox 360, I think. I remember McDonald's gave out little 2-button games. So streamer's at least in his 20s. Bold of you to assume. What if I could be lying? What if I'm actually a 2-year-old? I'm just like really smart. Did you ever think about that? I do not think you did. You should have thunk it. I don't understand why it's so hard to make a video game movie or show. It's because the simple explanation is Hollywood and movie production studios have very old-fashioned mindsets when it comes to making movies. They're not making movies to make them good, they're making them to make money. And once you understand that that's what they're doing, everything makes oh so much more sense. I mean, you have everything right there. How do you fail? Number one, you hire people who have never played a video game before, and number two, have no intention of ever playing the source material, which is like 90% of Hollywood movies, which is very cool. I approve. I feel sad now that Boop doubts my abilities of being a 2-year-old. I'm playing Slime Rancher 2 right now. See, there's more evidence I'm a 2. That's the dumbest thing I've said all day. See, there's a 2. It gives more evidence. So true. Until Dawn, Minecraft, The Last of Us, it's just trash after trash. So, are you referring about Season 1 or Season 2 of Last of Us? Immortal 2-year-old that was fully conscious in 2005. Sounds like a niche anime title. Probably is. You know what? That is evidence a 2-year-old would say. Good job. Thank you. Because I think Season 1 of Last of Us, the HBO Max show, is not horrible. It's fine. I'd much rather play the game, though. Season 2, I probably see where you're coming from. I like Season 1 personally, although it could have been better. My opinion with Last of Us is always been the same. Last of Us is an amazing series that has the potential to be great if it told, like, anthology or side stories. Just retelling the video games is going to get real old real fast. Because who is it for? It's literally only for people who have never played the game before. Because, like, I watched it and I pointed at the screen and, like, you know, did the pog face clearly when, like, they did scenes, or, like, they subverted my expectations when they did not get hit by a car. And the first intro episode, I was like, oh, wow, I cannot believe they did that. We have new game movies 2026. I need your opinion on if they'll be good or not. Okay. Pog, you are old. What, you do not like hearing play of game? Pog champ? Poggers? Pog ent? Is that what it stands for? Yeah, that's what POG stands for. It's play of the game. Unless you're talking about the things that, like, came with... Oh gosh, it's gonna date me so hard. There are also the things that, like, they have, like, the faces of, like, characters. Like, I remember Alf ones coming out. They're called Pogs. And they're just, like, little... almost like coins. And you collect them. In early high school, I said Poggers, like it was actually cool. And you did not even know what it was. You're a Pog poser. A Pogster, as it were. Mario, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Silent Hill, possibly Outlast. Okay. Did you say banana bread? Ooh, nice. Okay, so... Super Mario Galaxy will be probably perfectly fine. It will probably not even come close to following Super Mario Galaxy's actual plot. It'll have Rosalina in there, and she'll probably be some famous named actress, because that's how you get money. That'll be fine. Mortal Kombat, it'll probably be in the same boat. MK2 would be bad. I have a little bit more hope for MK2. Street Fighter will be good. I would actually tend to say that I think Street Fighter might be bad. The original Street Fighter movie that came out is the only line that I remember from it is like the iconic one, where it's the actor and he says, "The day that Bison invaded your land was the most important day of your life, but for me it was Tuesday." And I was like, that's a cool line. I like that. And then Outlast movie, I do not see the reason as to why. The trailer looks good. I've not seen the trailer. Maybe that's why my opinion's different. He just ignored banana bread. Did I? I thought I just said, ooh. Did I say that in my head? I like banana bread. I can't believe you ignored the Banana Man, Streeter Man. How could you? I'm sorry. Blue. How you doing, Blue? Nice to see ya. It's been a bit. Like always. Every time I see you, it's been the constant joke of being like, wow, it's been a while. Hey, so how's life been? How was Christmas? How does it feel preparing for New Year's? And definitely staying awake till midnight, right? Right? Reaches through screen, right? Alright, I am gonna head to the explosive, like, big slime. Also, the word big has been ruined for me because of the, like, Ice Spice SpongeBob song, which is a sentence I never thought I would ever say. I'm telling you, man, there's no getting past ruining Johnny Cage with that casting. No way it's good. Are you talking about Carl Urban being Johnny Cage? Yeah, that is a weird casting. I like Carl Urban as a character. Like, I liked him a lot as Judge Dredd. But yeah, it should have been someone else for Johnny Cage. I didn't do anything for New Year's. Just sick over here. How have you been? Oh, that reminds me of other people. I've been okay. I've not been sick, but I've been busy. Not necessarily with streaming, but with just, like, life in general. Just doing a lot of things. Pretty much every time, every minute that I'm not streaming, I'm probably working. Not weird. Bad, very bad. It should have been The Miz from WWE. Who knows? Maybe you'll watch the movie and then you'll be like, you know what? I see what they did with Johnny Cage. Sometimes you just gotta give it a chance. I avoided the plague this year. Ooh. Lucky for you. Oh, I see how I get over there. How was your Christmas? It was actually pretty delightful. I spent time with family, which is something that I typically have not been doing all that much recently. And yeah. That was the best part. I'm not watching that. That's like willingly watching the Velma show. Do you know what's the funny thing? I have willingly watched some of the Velma show. Because people said it was horrible, and I was like, you know what? I gotta see what this is. And yeah, it is pretty bad. You need like 30 more chimkins. I know. Can you pop in out chickens, please? Actually, I'm kind of curious, Jake. Are you the type of person to watch like film YouTube or like film reviews? I'm interested now. If I remember correctly, I got Tommy from a crate that he ignored a chimkin to leap towards me instead. I gave up all my poker food to take him with me. That's so worth it, actually. True. Who needs Progo fruit when you can have Tommy? Documentary moment. I'm gonna sleep since I have to be up early, but I wanted to say hello. Have a good stream. You enjoy sleeping, Blue. It's always nice to, even when you just pop by. Even if it's another year from now, I hope you do well. Good night, bye-bye. I mean, I watch a bit of Moist Critical's reviews. So you're talking about, like, the Moist meters? I used to watch them a ton, but Moist Critical does not really do reviews of that sort anymore. Do you guys watch video essays? Sometimes, not recently. I think I have to return to the chicken dimension. The chimkin dimension. The Silent Hill director said he's going on all in with the movie, so I'll have faith. I will watch it with an open mind too, but we'll see. Like, I could pop the Phosphor Gordo later, but I'll never find Tommy again if I left. I do enjoy video essays, but I think there is sometimes tact in, like, not talking about everything all at once. Like, sometimes less is just more. Honestly, more worried about Atlas, though, yes. I like Outlast. I'm gonna be the most honest Outlast, like, reviewer and the person who talks about Outlast ever. Outlast is not super interesting for its story sometimes. Outlast 1 has a decent story. It's somewhat interesting. Outlast 2, the twist has interesting parts to it, but I do not think it's as good as Outlast 1. If it's Outlast Trials, then I would be interested for the movie. That's my opinion with playing the Outlast games, because I've done every achievement and thing for Outlast 1 and Trials. Do you think they'll butcher the upcoming Zelda? If it's not animated, then it's already a tragedy. That's my opinion. I don't follow the story for Trials. I'm not sure what to get from it. You want the bare bones basic story? You are a homeless person or a person who is in a bad situation. Murkoff pretty much takes you off the street and tortures you to try and, like... It's one of those stories about, like, trying to find the limits of humans and things of that sort. You're essentially just a test subject, and the other people in the trials are also test subjects for other experiments. Have you seen the BTS, the K-pop group photos of for the Zelda movie? I have not. I'm doing a very abridged version of it. You think the Zelda would be good? Do I have my phone with me? No, I'm not gonna go get it. I'll just look at it from my computer. I'll be lazy. BTS photos, Zelda movie. It kind of looks like Lord of the Rings. Well, that makes sense. That was the first thing that I thought of when I saw that. I just remember everyone was being annoyed over Hunter Schafer as a chauffeur not being cast on Twitter. Well, fan castings, like, never come to fruition. It's very rare that they ever do. I have no idea what Twitter is thinking when they come up with things like that. Like, they're just unironically crazy. Simulator movie is going to be a banger. Far be it from me to say, but I kind of want to see original ideas and content in movies. I'm tired of just seeing thing that I've already seen before, but like in different format. Like, that's why I went and saw Mickey 17 in theaters, because I was like, this is a different concept. I want to see how this works. Was not a fantastic movie, but at least it was different. Give it credit there. Tommy, my beloved. Jeez, you're greedy. The slime hungers for Chimkin. Almost there, maybe 10-ish more. Yeah. Oh, there's a tar slime up here. Hello, good sir. Sure, sire. Hold on, let me help these slimes. I'm not gonna just watch them die. You do know you're watching a video game movie to watch the game story on screen, right? Not something different. What? Hold on, let me reread that message to get what you're trying to get across. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I was saying is, as much as I understand why the video game movies are there, I would prefer if there was something different. Because it's very safe and easy to just show me the thing that I've already seen before and already liked on screen. It's like if you went to a restaurant and you ate the pizza and the burger, and you're like, wow, this is really good, I like this. And then the restaurant only ever served burger and pizza. You would eventually stop going to the restaurant because you keep seeing the same thing over and over again. You would kind of hope the restaurant would experiment a little bit. Like maybe, you know, they throw in a little spaghetti. And like adding to it, I don't quite understand. You get anything from the winter sale? I did. I got... Oh, let me address that first comment thing. What I'm saying, I'm not talking about video game movies. I'm talking about movies in general. I'm not saying I want to see video game movies with different stuff added to it. I am saying in movies and cinema in general, I would prefer if studios would make different IP and would make different projects as opposed to just making video game movies. That is a personal thing for me, but in terms of what I got from the winter sale, it was Code Vein, Power World, Baldur's Gate 3, which is nice. I finally bought that. Oh, I thought we were talking about food. I thought we were talking about food as well. I was hungry. Okay, so put this here. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Do that again. Burger and pizza only restaurant sounds like heaven. Movies in general, as I say, well, who doesn't want to see their favorite game on the big screen? Yeah, but let's take, for example, Last of Us. Last of Us as a video game is essentially already a movie. You're always hungry? Hey, no need to point out the obvious. It's essentially already a movie. When it transferred over to a series, it transferred over really well because it already shared so much DNA with it. What is the point of making an adaptation if essentially what you're doing is you're creating the same product but altered a little bit? I must be fundamentally different than you because I'm not super excited. Like, if they announced a Fallout New Vegas movie or a Soma movie or something like that, I would not be super excited. Like, I like video game adaptations. If we're talking specifically about video game adaptations, I like things more like the Fallout TV show, in which it's taking... That's only some games. The video game movies that I do not like are the ones that are essentially just one-to-one remakes of a video game. Or like video game story. I typically am not a big fan of those. I like stuff that's more like the Fallout TV show. Some games have a story, a lot don't. Yes, those games make sense to make into a movie, I would say. In some senses. Like, the Fallout TV show does not share that much DNA. Or, like, sorry, not DNA. Story from Fallout games. It's its own separate thing, but it takes place in the universe. I think that's the approach that people should take, instead of just taking video game story that's already been made and making it into a movie. Stardew movie? Alright, I need more chimkins. I do not need these. Oh, there might be chickens in the quantum slime area. There we go. Wait, are the quantum slimes just eating the chickens? Stop that. Rude. Wait, but they're not meat eaters, are they? I thought they only eat veggies. Poor chicken just tossed into a wall. What do you usually go by when people are trying to refer to your username? Spaghetti? Yeah. It's just the end of the username. I've been called Spiggy before. Like, Dispatch shouldn't get a movie, but no story game should, as long as it's interesting. Call him Toucha? No, do not call me Toucha. Or alternatively, streamer insert food here. Yeah, I would prefer to get called streamer insert food here. Yes, Jake, I agree with you. I do not think games like Dispatch should get a movie because it's already fundamentally so similar to them. That's why I used The Last of Us as an example. That's why I'm advocating. We're probably saying the same thing. Oh, now we can get a blue teleporter. Yippee. Oh, it's 4,500. Raw. A story focused game shouldn't have a movie because it's already a movie, is essentially what I've been saying. I love repeating points. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Conversation, or like most of your life, will be repeating points anyway. It's all good. And do not have any veggies. I'm gonna go get the... But if I go to the onion place, then the quantum slimes are gonna mess me over. So I'm just gonna ignore them. If I ignore the problem, it does not exist. The FNAF movie was bad. Okay, I think the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is cinema in terms of, like, you ignore every aspect of it being a movie. Like, plot progression, story, character dialogue, cohesion, basic plot structure. But if you just turn off your brain and you'll listen to the funny har 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 from Freddy Fazbear, and then you hear names like William Afton, the same purple guy, and the things unironically, beautiful movie. Also, the first one is if you're talking about the second one, the first one is kind of boring. A little bit. I'm putting it in the wrong chamber. Yeah, I'm so good at doing that. And the best thing about the second movie is it's almost entirely written by Scott. Now, Scott can write good dialogue and can write good characters, but sometimes people need to, like, go to Scott's, like, writing dungeon and say, no, this is a bad idea. Scott, please, this makes no sense. Yes, I'm gonna set this game in the 1980s, but it's gonna have futuristic technology because I wanted it to. It will be funny. Scott, no! Scott, no, do not make those political donations you made. Scott, wait! Didn't Scott write pregnant robot Bonnie seahorses? Yep, that is a Scott idea. Certified Scott moment. Scott also did write the plotline in which robots took over somebody's skin, essentially, and then the guy was just fine. It will tank your career. Just kidding. Say what? Yes, Scott Kaufman wrote a book in which that is actually something that is in the book. When I say Scott Cawthon can write true cinema, the man can. Not for actually being good, but for being incredibly weird. Oh, and then you start reading the Silver Eyes and the Twisted Ones Five Nights at Freddy's books. That may have activated core memories for most of you, but it certainly does not for me. They're just weird. All right. What's the last funny thing I come up with? Because there's so much to talk about. Or the fact that the Scott Cawthon's main antagonist has been burnt with fire at least 3 times, I'm pretty sure. Springtrap has been burned and attempted to be burned to the ground like 3 separate times, and it has not worked any time. I really hope in the next Five Nights at Freddy's game, they just bring up, like, William After's decrepit corpse, his skeleton, and they burn it one more time. Just to try. Surely this time when we burn the child murdering robot corpse, it'll work. It'll work this time, guys, I swear. He was supposed to be dead security breach, but so many things went wrong with the game. Pizzeria Simulator was essentially meant to be the end of the franchise. and then the VR games came out and, like, said, what if we had child murdering psychopath, but AI? I just witnessed the most horrifying features Slime Rancher has to offer. Nepotism. Little to no communication, harsh deadlines. The 9 to 5 special is what I like to call that. Get back here. What do you think you're doing? What did I miss, SpaghettiOs? I had a good chortle about talking about Five Nights at Freddy's lore. That's pretty much it. I went, oh, and that's the conversation. Okay, that's 5,000. In Slime Rancher 2, chickens have a chance of hatching abnormally large eggs. I just heard a hen screaming and I turn around, there's this fat glowing egg larger than itself. LaMayo, pregnancy picturized. I think Five Nights at Freddy's should be an 80s themed TV show. I think that would work best in terms of FNAF on TV. If I were the creator and I had to choose how to display FNAF with like the lore, if I was a showrunner and Scott Cawthon said, here's the keys to the kingdom, here's what you do. Let's see, what would I start with? I actually might start in like the 60s or the 70s, depending on when Fredbear's Family Diner exists, because it might be really interesting to start going through the series chronologically, or like maybe have time skips, and which like it starts with Fredbear's Family Diner, and then it skips to like, I don't know, somewhere much farther in the timeline. FNAF on Prime. Yes, Amazon Prime is gonna buy the Five Nights at Freddy's series. True. It's a loot box. Yay, the loot box. Yippee yippee. Alright, there's one more treasure. I do not remember where it is, though. I forgot. Mainly the 80s with a few episodes of flashback with about the 60s. Honestly, if I'm being completely real, Scott, or whoever takes over Five Nights at Freddy's, kind of needs to, like, they need to cut the lore, because there's so much does not make sense. Why am I not EP yet? Maybe it's because you've tried not going EP and you're still watching stream. Maybe that's the problem. Go to sleep. I believe you can go to sleep. You got this. Go EP. Go EP sleepy. Want to see you get to the new area? I may not get to the new area tonight or today, Boop. I'm not even sure if it's night anymore. Stop that. Of course it doesn't make sense. Pregnant seahorse bonnies. What's the problem with pregnant seahorse bonnies? I think that's pivotal parts of the lore. Everything should be cut except that. Scott just in this in the pitch meeting. People are begging Scott, please Scott, we need to get rid of this. It makes no sense and it ruins the lore, and Scott's just sweating. No, it must stay. The next one is a favorite one to get to. I'll make a promise to you, Boop. If you go to sleep, I will not get to the next area. No matter how far I get, no matter how many hours I do, I will stop before I get to the area until you are on stream. Okay? Ballistic nuclear missiles crashing into giant waffles. Yep, that's a good idea. Okay, I can live with that. Why are there so many of you out? How did you do that? Well, escape artists they are. I'll try to go EP. Good night, Spaghetti Strawberry. Good night, Boop. Hopefully you can actually get some rest. I wish you well. Well, obviously they can phase through walls. I do not think they can. I think that's a lie. I think it's just my schizophrenia activating. I don't have quantum slimes in my rants because I don't trust them not to make TARs. I just put them in their own isolated area, separate but equal. Also, if anyone listens to me in the future and is like, that's an offensive statement, I'm saying that to show how absurd that statement was. I cannot believe there was a point in, like, any history, let alone US history, in which that was a state of law. I've almost 100% Slime Rancher. Oh, nice. I have not gotten close, but you could already probably tell that. I'm just paranoid they'll somehow get all the way to my other slimes while I'm out adventuring. Ooh, Chipkins? You're mine. If you were gonna make one movie or show about a video game, which one would it be? So, to be consistent with my... So there's two answers. If I wanted to make easy money and be a shill, I would literally just make pretty much a one-to-one recreation of Soma. If you've ever heard of that game before. Soma is like such an easy ballpark hit and run for a TV to... or video game to movie. It's not even funny. But in terms of like wanting to be morally consistent, I would probably select like... What would I choose? What would be a really good TV show from a series? Halo, but you're actually giving it to people who care about Halo and want to tell interesting stories from it. I thought Soma was like Japanese alcohol or something. So if you look up Soma, so it's a game made by Fictitious Games. It's the same people who made the Amnesia games. Incredible story. Real good. It is derivative of a lot of stuff, but it's still told really well. Hold on, let me go up here. It took me forever to figure out how to navigate everywhere in the ruins. I'm still figuring it out, but... Here it is. There's the button. Some places are way easy. Wazy? Do you mean way easy? But the doors? Evil. Evil you are. Be gone, heathen. I mean, easy is just a type. Oh, okay. Be gone, heathen. I'd have to go with the Guilty Gear TV show that have something a little similar. Well, yeah, they have an anime. But it's low quality. Are you talking about, what is it called? It's something. I watched an episode. I did not finish it. Oh, I'm feeding it water. Oh, of course I instantly get a key. Nice. So do you actually play Guilty Gear, or do you just like Guilty Gear as a franchise? It's slow, the dialogue is and the animation. I think a high schooler could do it. I mean, has Guilty Gear... I've watched some Guilty Gear lore. There are really interesting characters in Guilty Gear for me, but it's not really ever told particularly interestingly. But that's also from my little amount of experience. From what I've played, that's been my opinion of watching Guilty Gear. And playing some of it and learning about some of the characters. Alright, how do I get uppies? Or how do we get around these is the better question. Wow, there's a lot of tar slimes. Get out of here. What do you think you're doing? Okay, so I go over here. I played for like 3.5 hours. It is so hard to play Strive on a console. Yep. I play Strive on PC, but I'm still... Fighting games have not had that pull, that itch to make it so I get super invested. And I've not learned a ton about them either. I've always liked some of the characters, and I've been interested in some of the lore. The characters that I've liked was Potemkin. What else? That's the one off the top of my head. May. Oh, I need a more advanced treasure cracker? Raw. It's mainly been Potemkin, if I'm honest. Maybe a little bit of Faust. But the thing is, with the characters, half of them only have like 5 minutes worth of lore. Well, yeah. Well, and some of the characters' lore is like really weird. Like, Kai Keist is technically married to someone who's only 5 years old. And people just kind of ignore that. Actually, even Soul Bad Guy might even have that same problem. What the heck? Yeah. So Queen Dizzy is a gear, and gears I think are born with being like adults and being fully adult conscious. So she's technically only 5 years old, and it's like really weird. Soul Blade Guy has a good amount of lore. Yes, he does have a good amount of lore, but his lore is also weird. All right, where's the teleporter? I just want to leave this place. Where's the teleporter? Maybe it's over there. That one moment, that one chatter that sent that text message of, or that message of being lost in the ruins. This is Soul Bad Guy born around this time because the game takes place like 200 years later. I do not remember. I'm not exactly a big Soul Bad Guy fan. Not a part of the Soul Bad Guy fan club. I just get out this way. Ow. Guess what, Tabby Slimes? I have a gift. Actual meat. But yeah, if they remade the show with a higher budget, like 30 episodes, it'd be cool. You know, speaking of, so Guilty Gear is definitely at least anime or manga adjacent. It's so sad. I know you've already watched Moist Critical, so you probably already know about what's gone on with One Punch Man. It's so sad. I'm glad I at least still have the manga, but why? Why did they do that? One Punch Man is done for. The manga will survive. The ones on the bottom are going to starve because others eat first. Well, I'm trying. There's food at the bottom. They'll be fine. Look at them. They're jovial. There will not be a season 4. Oh, trust me. I think there will be. It will be funny. Alright, so is there at least... Oh yeah, there's always money. Well, the episode's got a 1.6 rating and ain't getting a season 4. You say that, but shows that have that rating. I know plenty of shows that have gotten a second season. You know Velma? Pretty sure Velma got a second season. I'd see what else. Sometimes bad shows just keep going on. I got a second season because of the contract. Duh, you think they had a choice? Well, I could just say that reasoning for you as well. Well, duh, One Punch Man season 4 clearly has a contract. But potato, that's still a 4th season, is it not? I'm gonna play some Slime Rancher because I want Tommy to have someplace better than my basement. The basement is nice and warm. I don't think animes do contracts. I like how your argument is essentially nuh-uh. You're essentially just trying to prove yourself right via any means necessary. Just talking about things that you have nothing or no knowledge about. I've not done any research, but I think I'm pretty good. And I know that it's correct. I approve of your method of debate. It's very good. I do it too. I'm just being honest. Okay. Well, but even then, they just announced a part 2. They said it's coming out in 2027. Sure, they could be lying, but if you're going by JC Staff's own words, there's gonna be a part 2. I like pressing those buttons. I'm gonna search for treasure while I adventure out here. They're taking a step back from season 3. I think they're still going to be animating it. From everything that I know, I do not think there's any indication that another team is taking over. Oh, I'm back into the bad gamer posture. Iris must return to the scoliosis position. It is the only way. I swear there's a treasure thing here. Huh, guess not. Well, they ain't Sega. I'm not necessarily sure what you're referring to in reference there, but yep, they truly are not Sega. That is a correct statement. Shining Force, another upcoming. Oh yeah, it is. That is true. Yes, they do not have Jim Carrey as the funny Eggman. You think it'll be good? Gonna. Okay. Chimkin. Fair is canceled. I work Tuesday. Then can we find a different day besides Tuesday? Hey, Jim Carrey is like Springtrap. He always comes back. There's no Chimpkin up here. Oh yeah, I missed so many keys here, jeez. It's probably underneath your bed right now. True. Sorry, I had to step away for a moment so I didn't get your response. Is there another date that can work for you for Borrow Trauma besides Tuesday? Monday. I don't work Monday. Or Friday. Okay, we'll probably have to try Friday, unless you're talking about late in the day Monday. Because believe it or not, I work Monday. Oh yeah, this, huh, okay. You decide to take my Tuesday because someone else worked 8 days in a row? Okay, well, no need to explain yourself, it's fine. Sometimes things like that just happen. And whether it be for any good rhyme or reason. Bye-bye. It's releasing Minecraft too, but it's Warner Bros. They don't learn from their mistakes. It won't be any good either, but it'll make money. Who cares if it's good if it makes money? Why did it switch to Iron Mouse? This is not what I wanted. Thank you. I think that's all game movies. We just had a discussion here where you were defending game movies for a bit. Oh well. There are good game movies. Not all of them are trash. Like, for example, the Silent Hill movie, Might Have Hope. How does it benefit you and me if it makes money? WB ain't gonna give me 20 bucks. I'm not saying that it making money is good for me. That is not what my statement was saying. I said who cares, it just makes money. I'm saying that from like WB's perspective. Why put effort to make a good movie when you could just make mediocre bad movie and it make ton money? Make money good for company. No make money bad. gonna start collecting chipkins for the Abby slime. Oh, you're old. Hmm. I'm gonna have a drink of water. I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do next. I might set up another chicken farm. That's probably a good idea. Rooster. You. There's only one left. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Love to be wants money so bad they shouldn't have turned down the Batman Beyond movie. Well, sometimes there's just other things besides. To you should look at the concept photos. I've seen the concept photos for the Batman Beyond movie. To you, that's a slam. That's an easy home run. That's something that you envision would get a ton of money. I guarantee WB hired people who looked at this and said, it's not going to make it this. It's not going to reach this imaginary, like, $1 billion movie mark. So we're not going to make it. They definitely had internal testing and things of that sort to say before they cut it. I made the wrong thing. You have to make a coupe. Goodbye, money. Your OBS broke again? It did. Let me check. Yep, it did. See, I'm not a liar. I'm a kidder. Now you get to see all of it. I guess it just decides that the preview projector just does not work anymore. LMAO. There we go. Fixed it. I've had a third monitor. I might actually buy a third monitor for the new year to try to fix that problem in the future. That would be nice. Breed, Chimpkins. Breed. Breed. All right, let's see. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh wow, okay, they're filling up. All right, I'm gonna put some of these in the refinery. I think that's a good idea. Dun dun dun. There's no way it wouldn't have made money, in my opinion, as a Batman IP and two great directors. The problem is that to you, it is a slam. It's a home run. It's a grand slam. It's everything out of the park. But to a bunch of suits, it's not. So we ain't seen that Spider-Man movie for 2 years. Are you talking about the Spider-Verse movies, or are you talking about the next Tom Holland movie? These have really gone down in price. The market is not doing very well. Spider-Verse, yeah. I do not know what it is with water slimes being shy, but they just do be. The radiation spot. Oh, thanks to Suits now. Bumblebee is a movie that exists, unfortunately. I wish I could unsee it. Are you talking about the Transformers movie, Bumblebee? Are you telling me that you think that Bumblebee is a worse movie than, like, the other Transformers movies? If that's your opinion, I think you're crazy. Yep, those are hunter plorts. Well, what do you think? If you're not being sarcastic, if you think Bumblebee is worse than the other Transformers movies, I think I can name at least 3 other Transformers movies that I think are worse than Bumblebee. I didn't mean it to be sassy, I know. I was joking. I was taking it a little farther. Transformers: The Last Knight is an incredible movie. It is a movie that changes aspect ratios for no reason. If you do not know what an aspect ratio is, it's like the black boxes that you see during a movie, and it constantly changes it. And if you know films at all, it's super distracting. Extinction, whatever that one's called, it's a movie. And then I would probably also say, what's another one? Probably like Revenge of the Fallen. I would also say is worse than Bumblebee. Shazam. What's your favorite movie of all time? For me, personally, I would probably say like Memento, but that's my basic answer without thinking about it too often. Memento, maybe like 9. What else? Shazam was pretty fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Well, they made 2 Shazam movies, did they not? Because I think there was the original Shazam and there's Shazam Fury of the Gods. Yeah, but The Rock ruined Shazam too because of his ego. Well, he crashed the entire DCU because of his ego, so... What a man. Honestly, kind of did part of us a favor, because the DCU got better in its later years, but I think that it having a reboot was probably for the best. Yeah, they should send him over to Marvel and fix things. Yes, have The Rock be like a pivotal part of Marvel. Fix it by being on all the movies and then they're forced to reboot. Incredible plan. Genius plan. The best plan. Well, yeah, the actor for Lois in the Superman movie cheated on her husband, so... You're telling me that actors can be bad people, Jake? That's crazy. Unconceivable. I know, right? Give a bad wisdom. Cheat on your husband. Who doesn't at this point? If you have a wife, do not cheat on her, of course. You know, you gotta treat her with respect. Okay, I'll give an actual bad wisdom besides the joke ones of someone saying just something bad. What's a bad wisdom I could dispo? Whenever you're out of water, or whenever you like food's not readily available, like the fridge is empty, just eat fast food. Just go do it. It's convenient. It's cheap. Apparently. Huh. I will say this to the end of time. I do not understand cheating. I understand as to why people do it, but like if you're someone with a fully functional frontal lobe and you're not interested in being in a relationship with the person that you're with, then just break up with them or get a divorce. There's no need to play this game of cheating with somebody and then getting caught and then being like, oh, well, now that I've been caught red-handed, I'm gonna blame it on my wife or my husband. I, in fact, cannot do that because I live an hour away from the nearest fast food place. Well, go do it anyway. It's inconsolable for me. I cannot get a divorce from my wife because she's the love of my life. But God, I cannot stand being with her. It just makes no sense. You got a wifey? No. 3 times divorce, 4 times removed. Absolutely. Children adore me for the alimony payments. If you want a succinct answer, that's not accurate. That is actually accurate. That's not accurate. That's actually accurate. No, I'm not married. Why is everybody getting those divorces? Because it's so fun. It's so great getting your estate split in half. And also because people make poor life decisions and do not think what... There's a difference between loving somebody and liking somebody. You can have admiration, you can have attraction to somebody, but you kind of also have to like the person that you're with. If you do not like the person that you're with, you're going to be pretty miserable. And also, keyword of liking. Liking does not mean that you have absolutely everything in common. It means that when you're living with them, you can, like... You enjoy it. Liking's not mandatory. Marry old, marry rich. Okay, I see what you're doing. I was about to be like... I was about to ask if you're a gold digger, but you already answered the question for me. Now, that's a respectable life choice. I aspire to be one. Life goal. Most people just hate each other, to be honest. Somebody's got to pay these bills, and she's gonna be the one. Or I guess he, whatever. As long as they're rich. Both. Mm-hmm. Either or. What are you attracted to? Money. You're the Mr. Krabs of sexuality. Why did you marry this person? Money. I'm bi-financial, yeah. I can relate by the, definitely by the bi part, but it's not the actual term that you're thinking of. It's because I'm by myself. I kind of disagree that people just hate each other nowadays. I think it's just that sometimes it's hard to see somebody for who they are, wearing a maid costume for 5 years and a small price to pay to inherit $35 million. So what if I get abused? In 5 years from now, that check's gonna clear. All of this pain and suffering is for that sweet, sweet check. I'm not going to be brave or anything, but I'm not putting on cat ears for $35 million. I'll not do it for any amount of money. Okay, that is a funny message, but I'm not reading that. That will be clipped, and I'm not taking that risk. Na 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 na. Well, they're desperate for food. You should wear cat ears at 10k followers? No. I like how you're already envisioning it. Yeah, when you get to 10k followers, you better put on the cat ears and the maid dress. You just show your face at 10k. I would not show my face for 100 million. I'm not doing that. Over here licking your chops. I think you said you used to. Mm-hmm. I will always say this. There's enough information on the internet to figure out who I am, what my face looks like, all that sorts of stuff, but I'm not going to reveal it. I'm never even going to publicly confirm if any of you are right, just to mess with you. Is that a challenge? No. That is it is possible, much like many things. Guess what I do? You do pi work? You calculate digits of pi? That's very impressive. I respect your wishes. I know that's private investigator. Do not send a message saying, oh, but clearly Spaghetti is not very smart and does not know that PI means private investigator. I know it means private investigator. I have to say that because sometimes I get people that do not understand. I'm being sarcastic. I am stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Everyone point and laugh. He doesn't know what PI means. Obviously means a Patricking. Brew. Patricking. That's what it means. You cracked the code. You get with the program streamer? No. I never will. You be Patricking all over the place. Is this a new internet thing that I'm just not used to now? Am I too old to understand what this means? Yep, seems like it. You know what? I'm gonna go in here on the bench. Listen, normally, I'm actually funny, but I debuffed myself with cheap wine. The cheap alcohol is getting to me. Now, if I was to have expensive alcohol, now that's where the real party starts. I think I'm going to end stream preemptively a little bit here. There are some things that I have to do before I leave for work in a bit, so a nice bourbon. A nice expensive beer. But anyways, yeah. Well, with that, hopefully you all have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you did / will do something productive. So long. Bye-bye. Night. Good night. I'll drop a follow. Wait a tad. You want me to wait 1 second? Oh, thanks, Jake, for the follow. You did not have to do that. I'm perfectly fine with just having a one-off conversation and then parting ways. But I do appreciate the gesture. Is this Slime Rancher 1 or 2? This is Slime Rancher 1, and I'm just about to end stream. Sorry, Lonely, you came in at literally the last possible second. I'm a member now. Woo! Yeah, thank you for the heart, man. I saw that. Damn. I will play Heart Rancher. Slime Rancher another time, Lonely, but alas, not today. Have a good night then. Yeah, you as well, Lonely. Anyways, now I can actually leave. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Good night. Good day. Bye-bye.